This is it. The DLC that holds the ultimate power. That's the Blue Shell Cup! Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Fed Adventurers. I'm Jenspins, welcoming you guys back to the channel with silly, stupid intros. And today we have some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the final DLC Cup of the Booster Pass. And I'm pretty excited. I will admit, I did really want them to end up doing a thing where it was like all the rest of the Rainbow Roads. I just think that would have been so crazy, so fun. I'm probably the only person in the world that wanted that. But I would have laughed maniacally. Also, we would have been able to get like GameCube Rainbow Road and the GBA Rainbow Road reimagined. It would have been so hype. And today we're going to be playing as Pauline, you know, rocking the, I would say rocking the same ponytail, but hers is way longer. I want to get to that point though. I want my hair to get that long and to be like adorable and cute. But like, listen. Pauline being in here is fantastic. The fact that we get a new biker suit for her with like all this like biker aesthetic, really awesome. And I'm sure a lot of people are pretty happy about this. Now, I do actually want to make sure that we use a bike because I really want to use that biker suit for her. Yeah, I think Master Cycle Zero, because I don't usually use this. There's a lot of things I usually don't do for this kind of stuff. Sure. And hopefully we don't end up regretting it. Oh, I just realized it's too bad that we don't have like an all gold for the bike. Maybe because, like I said in the last episode, I do plan on doing 200cc. Maybe when we get to this point, I'll do like all gold. Gold Standard, Gold Mario. It'll be great. Anyway, though, we have Madrid Drive. It's got a pretty cool part where there's like a soccer field. Honestly, it's just like a pretty nice aesthetic type of track. The one big thing I've always had with tour tracks, though, is that the really cool sections that they have, I'm like, I really wish they spent more time on this instead of it being like a little tiny cameo thing and being like, oh, we have to explore the rest of the city and it's just little snippets. Cool idea. I want to be immersed in it longer. Rosalina's Ice World, really happy about. We've got Common Observatory in here, the fact that it's Rosalina themed, and just all in all, really nice track. It's not one of my favorites, but I do enjoy it because Galaxy and Rosalina. And also, like, it's not a bad track. It's pretty fun. Immediately after we get melted with Bowser Castle 3, you would not think that anybody would be excited about an SNES track, but let me tell you, this track, if you have not seen it in tour, they actually like legit remade it. And it is a really, really cool track. So I'm excited to play that. And then, of course, Wii Rainbow Road. Probably the best Rainbow Road. Actually, second best Rainbow Road in the series. Because I almost forgot about Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road, which is already in the game. Just saying, it's phenomenal. Even though it's a second race, ironically, like, I love that track. But, like, Wii Rainbow Road, that's got the nostalgia in there. It's got the love. As long as they did not make this a section race like they did in Tour, it's going to be phenomenal. Honest to God. I still don't understand why they did that. But anyway, though, it's time to go into the Spiny Cup. Have a good time. Just soaking in the final moments of new Mario Kart content. Just feels good. Feels very nice. Yeah, no, I gotta say, seeing Pauline in the little mini map on the corner, that's gonna take a bit to get used to, but it's still super cool to see. Also, what are the boost colors for this? Is it still like the normal? It's very like flared up. Yo, hello, Sleepy Wiggler. How you doing there, bud? I mean, I guess we'll find out if we get woken up. Wow. Wow, okay. Donkey Kong trying to show up Pauline in her first ever console Mario Kart debut. Yeah, get wrecked, Donkey Kong. It's not your time to shine anymore. It's not 35 years ago, DK. It is now. It is the present. It's 2023. It's the time of the biker Pauline suit and just Pauline's career as a race car driver. It's gonna be amazing. And her biker suit actually kind of reminds me of the like Mario Satella biker suit. Oh, that was bad. that was so bad of me to have that happen. Okay, I'm really liking her taunts too. And like the little kick and sit. It's like, oh, cute. Yeah, one thing that I do find interesting is that they actually made her a heavyweight. Which, like, I guess it makes sense because she is fairly tall. But I kind of assumed they would make her, like, a medium weight. Though Peachette and Diddy Kong are medium. And then Funky and her are heavyweights. So we actually did not get a single lightweight inside the game. Though, to be fair, I mean, like, they could have done for Diddy Kong because Diddy was lightweight only in Double Dash. But outside of that, like, they would have had to add Baby DK or Baby Wario, which would have made a lot of people upset. Listen, if they wanted to, because, like, yeah, I like Baby Rosalina, but it's not very versatile. But if they wanted to, like, replace Baby Daisy and Baby Rosalina with Baby DK and Wario in the next Mario Kart game, I would actually be pretty fine with that. Because their designs are fairly unique. Yeah, we got through it! Yeah, Baby DK has like a little bib that says DK and it's cute. And the Baby Wario usually has a magnet around. He was only in like one game. It's like Yoshi's Island DS. Alright, we've got Donkey Kong below us. We've got Diddy Kong below that. So the DK rep today is just going strong. And the mayor, of course, mayor of New Donk City, on the top of the leaderboard. Yeah. This takes me back to, you know, it's weird. It's so weird because this was like just before Mario Kart 8. But it came out in like, what, 2013? And even though, like, I mostly grew up, like, tail end of GameCube and with the Wii, so pretty much, like, this was, like, the tail end. It was, like, pre-teens that Mario Kart 7 was. I barely played it with other people, but it still has such a nice place in my heart. And honestly, if there was... Rude, Diddy. So rude. I guess he just doesn't appreciate the street that got named after him in the city. Otherwise, he wouldn't hit me with all of this litter. Fucking litter bug. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I forgot what I was about to freaking say. Oh, right. I think if there's any other track I would have preferred to be inside of this game other than Rosalina's Ice World, it would have been Wario Shipyard. I don't know why, but I absolutely love that track. You know what? Actually, I do know why. Because just... You can drive up here? Wow. Okay, I did not realize that. That is extremely good to know. Because they usually have that higher. But, like, the reason I would have loved Wario Shipyard is because aesthetically, it's so cool. It's unlike any other Mario Kart track. It's spooky, it's this abandoned shipyard, and just all in all, like, the atmosphere is so nice. But yeah, like, going into this cave, it does have a very, like, Mario Galaxy storybook vibe. So, I really don't know why they went with Ice World instead of going with, like, one of the worlds from Galaxy. But I'm still not gonna be upset that they went with it for Mario Kart 7. Especially seeing it in this game. Like, honestly, I feel like they maybe did this just to show off some of the, like, graphical aesthetics, and they were like, oh, you're gonna complain about the graphics? Let's show you what Rosalina's Ice World can do for you. You know what? Fair enough. It is working. Like, seeing the little, like, stalactites frost up a little bit, and the Starship Toad in the background, all the, like, ice textures. They did a really good job on this track, I gotta say. Oh, do not hit that banana. They also added that shortcut there, and if I would have remembered, definitely would have used the mushroom there. Curious how good of a shortcut that is, too. But yeah, I also want to say, like, Pauline's little wave, it's so adorable. It's so cute. Honestly, like, I'm not that big a fan of Pauline. Her character controls really nicely, and the animations are so lively and cool that, honestly, I might start using Pauline a little bit more than I thought I would in this game. We'll have to see, because we do still have Petey, we still have Yoshi, we still have Rosalina, but hey, definitely one of those choices that I probably would make. We'll see in the future. I can't help but get the biggest smile on my face seeing this track. Let's go! Let's freaking go! Oh, it's still, like, it's crazy because they still keep the very, like, flat type of aesthetic for the track in some ways, but they also added a bunch of elevation that just makes it alive. And I respect wanting to keep the SNES tracks in this way where it's like, oh, did she get a laser light show on that trick? What the heck? Somehow, I have not seen that once since we've been playing as Pauline. It's a really nice version of that trick. Okay, anyway, though, like, they keep it fairly... Okay, I respect them keeping the other SNES tracks in earlier games as, like, flat. You know, just to reference the original Mario Kart, to pay homage to it, or whatever you want to call it. Which, that in and of itself is still pretty cool, but it made a lot of the times when it was like, oh, we have Donut Plains, or we have Mario Circuit 1, Mario Circuit 3. It made it so much less exciting. And then Tour experimented. Honestly, out of all the Tour ones, this is the one I'm so glad they put in, because it feels like the one where they were like, okay, we're comfortable now with trying out these different remix tracks, and it's like a reverse Sky Garden. I don't remember if Bowser's Castle 3 was decent or not before that, but honestly, it's become one of the coolest type of tracks that they've added here. Potentially even, like, one of, if not the best Bowser Castle inside of the game. Because, don't get me wrong, like, I'm decent at Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart 8. But the only reason I'm good at it is because I had such a hard time with it. I had to keep playing it over and over. But this, like, you can go up on the wall, you can go down a little bit. It's the little things. And it's not a lot, but it makes it unique. Seeing the, like, dry piranha plants, having the thwomps around, like, the little, like, lava waterfall, or the lava fall with the little potaboos jumping back and forth. Man, it's so cool. And you know what? Looking at this, I'm thinking that I would absolutely love a Mario Kart track based on Bowser's Castle from Mario Galaxy. Because some of those were really cool with all the gravity switching, and it's a little weird we never got that in Mario Kart 8. Because that would have been such a perfect opportunity to do it. Okay, anyway though, let's jump on to the final track before I get too sidetracked. It's gorgeous. It looks like a little rainbow chocolate bar. God dang it. Now I've got myself wondering what Rainbow Road would taste like. Probably like watered down Skittles. maybe like a little candy. What's that like string one? Not Laffy Taffy, but the other one where it's like that tape type of candy. I feel like it would definitely be one of those type of flavors. And then of course a little bit of like tire tracks and car oil. So a little bit of bliss and a little bit just gross. Oh man. Oh my. Okay, first off, the fact that they kept that meteor fall is fantastic. Though I am a little bit sad because I figured that hole looked a little bit smaller, and I was like, I can make this with a mushroom. Yeah, no. Oh my god. If the glider wasn't there, that would have been like the sickest thumbnail shot. Hello? Yo. That actually seems like you can just easily skip that section. Did I just accidentally find like a really cool shortcut? I say as, you know what? It's Wii Rainbow Road. The fact that I am still falling off after all these years just shows a testament to how difficult this track can be. I've started becoming better at Wii Rainbow Road since I did have to do time trials for it back in the Wii days. And by the Wii days, I mean a few years ago when I decided to finally sit down and unlock everything in Mario Kart Wii. You know, like going through this track and not falling off once, it's such a fantastic feeling, honest to God. You know what? I think I'm actually going to save this mushroom. Dude, that's so broken. Like, you just skip the jump ramp. I'm really curious if other people are going to pick up on that. Because I'm assuming the way it's supposed to work is that you, like, jump up, you float around a little bit, like in the regular game. You can just bypass it. How dare you? I'm having a moment. Tiny lasers! You know what? I'll forgive you just because you gave me like a cool nighttime light show that I was able to do. And I appreciate that. Oh my, I missed every trick there. Alright. We got this though. We definitely got this. Larry hopefully messed up a little bit. And we'll make sure that he messes up more. DK and Diddy Kong aren't the only ones that can litter. I can do it too, guys. Oh, that's better. Okay, so you actually won't lose the speed if you go onto it with like a little tiny bit of a curve there. Oh god. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, celebration bomb throw! Woo! Oh, they didn't make it a section race. It looks beautiful. I mean, I gotta admit, the techno music, maybe a little too much for my taste, but I'm just happy that it's back. It looks gorgeous. I can play on an updated HD version of Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road. It's so good. So good. This was... Okay. I'm gonna get a little nostalgic here. This was one of those tracks where every time I would play with my siblings, we would play Mario Kart Wii, we would start getting towards the end, and it would be my pick. We'd have gone through all of our favorites, and I would just be like, I have to do it. I would go on to Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road, and my siblings would groan. We would spend such a long time, be like 5 to 7 minutes, because we would all keep falling off. We were little, we were terrible at Mario Kart, And like, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's not that hard of a track. But like, especially when you're a kid, Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road is insanely difficult. And just having that feeling and, weirdly enough, being able to fall off of the track and getting that sensation. It's such a, like, weirdly good feeling to be like, it still holds up from my memories, and it's just like playing that HD version. It's cool. It's so cool. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final track of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We have done every single track in 150cc, every single cup. We've done so many hours of content. We've had so many videos, so many streams. And we're here. I don't know. It feels good. And yet, like, it feels weird. Because I feel like I've been at this point. This is the 4th time I've been at this point. You know? Like, sure, base game, it's not that big of a deal. But at that point, like, DLC for Nintendo games wasn't a big thing. So having the DLC for that, you get that sense of feeling for, you know, the second wave coming out. Being like, man, this is it. Okay, game's a little bit better. I enjoy that. Then getting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Being like, man, we got to reminisce. And for the longest time, it's like, okay, this is it. Kind of just, you know, sitting around waiting. Eventually get the booster pass. And we're here now. When they announced it, and I heard like 2024, that's when you'll get the last cup, like almost 2024. I was like, man, this is gonna be such a long wait, and it feels weird. We have it, we played it, we recorded it. I gotta say, this cup is really good. For my cup ranking for these tracks, though, Rainbow Road has to be first. I mean, it's Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road. Second, definitely Bowser's Castle 3, which is such a weird thing to say. I'm gonna give third to Rosalina's Ice World. The track is still really fun. Graphically, it's still really good. And overall, like, it's one I can see myself constantly picking in this game. Though, I do find it weird that they lessened the half-pipe in the beginning, and it makes it way easier to drive up the top. Because that's never been a problem, even in Tour. So I question that part of the decision, but everything else in that track, like, plays really nicely. And then, like, Madrid wasn't bad. It was a pretty decent track. I just don't really remember fully what happened in this version of Madrid. But to be honest, I was so excited for the rest of this cup that, like, it wasn't really a fair match for Madrid. So maybe over time I'll play it and I'll feel differently. But overall, not a bad track. Not one of my favorites, but still cool that it's here. So yeah, that is it for everything. We have some brand new credits too, and they actually added, like, the people from the booster pass, like all the credits in there. Man, I feel like I've pretty much said everything that I could about Mario Kart 8 throughout the years. And I feel like I just gave so many heartfelt things here. But, like, It's crazy. It is crazy how much I've been through from the start of this game all the way to now. Like, I'm sorry if I repeat things, but like, I've graduated high school. I've gone to college for animation game design. I've done a few animations, and I'm going to actually show off one of my 3D animations to professionals in the industry. Like, that's insane to me. You know, back when this game first launched, I was afraid my future would just be, oh, I'm gonna be under a bridge somewhere, you know? And like, I'm sorry, that I know that's depressing, but like, that was what I thought, you know? And going through the 2 retail jobs, I thought I wasn't gonna go anywhere, you know? But there was always something with this game or with other games. There's been an evolution of games. There's been a console generation. And I've played so many hours of Mario Kart 8 with my friends back in high school, and now I've played this version of the game before the booster pass with teachers, with like, yes, I have actually played this with my history teacher before. And I've played with countless amounts of you guys. Like I've said, I've streamed this. And it's just crazy. It's crazy to think that there's so much content coming out for this game, or that did come out for this game. And yet, there's so much nostalgia that I have for it. It's something that doesn't happen a lot with Mario games. And more so Nintendo games, I should say. And like, yeah, we do have games that get ported, but this never happens with Mario Kart. But it did. And we went from 8 million copies sold to something ridiculous. Sorry, I got distracted by the Nabbit bottle. But we, you know, it's like 3 million away from 60 million copies sold of just this version alone. That's insane. Shoutouts to all these developers. Thank you for putting all of this work into this game. And just giving us one of the best games to come out of the series. And this is coming from somebody that, during Mario Kart 8, the original run of it, I felt that it was one of the weakest entries in the series. To go from that to the objectively best entry in the series and have 2 games worth of tracks in the entire game, to finally have all these different characters in the roster, just everything. It's, I don't know, I sound like a broken record, but it feels amazing to be at this point. So yeah, that is the story of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Booster Pass DLC, just Mario Kart 8 in general. Is it weird that I'm like fighting back tears? Like it's like happy tears, but like, I don't know. Like, I've grown up with a lot of games, but like, I feel like this is the one game that, as weird as it sounds, like, it grew up with me. It had such a rough start, and it had its like blemishes, but throughout the years it got ironed out, it got fixed, it got new content, it grew up. It literally had growth spurts. And it's, you know, I don't know, it's almost kind of like a symbol of growing up to me, which is so weird. And like even just in content wise, like thinking back to the days before I even had a capture card, I would just like go to Mario Kart TV and upload from there to my channel and get banned from Miiverse when I put my YouTube channel in it. Freaking Nintendo. But yeah, that's it. I gotta say, thank you guys for watching. If you guys made it to this point, genuinely thank you for listening to me nerd ramble. And let me know, what do you guys feel about this game? It can be super heartfelt, it can be super general. You can even just put like Mario Kart 8 thumbs up. You know, whatever you're in the mood for. I'm happy to hear you guys' feedback about what you guys think of the game. Now that it's done? Question mark? Hopefully. Listen, Nintendo, I know you're not watching this, but like in all seriousness, as fantastic of a game as Mario Kart 8 is, as heartfelt as I feel about it, close the book. Close the book. Breathe a little bit. And figure out what that next chapter is going to be for the series. Enough of my rambling, my ranting, my love, my criticism, all that stuff. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know when I'll start 200cc, but I eventually will do it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and keep Joe safe. Thank you for watching my video, guys. If you look over to the left, you can see a playlist of one of my many playthroughs on the channel, as well as a fun video up above it. And if you look over to the right, you can subscribe to the channel, as well as see another video, either from my channel or one of my friends' channels. Either way, it's sure to be a fun time. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Keep Joe safe.